welcome back to my channel. Today we get close to the end of my Utada Hikaru's music marathon with a review of Heart Station. Before we get started, I want to remind you that this is simply my opinion on the album. We'll have different thoughts on it, and I would gladly read yours in the comment section down below. Heart Station is the first album I ever heard from Utada Hikaru, and it holds a special place in my heart because it's such a fun pop album, carried again by many hits like Flavor of Life and Prisoner of Love. But personally, the songs that really got me into Iki's music were Heart Station and Beautiful World. This album does have a good variety of pop songs, and unlike Ultra Blue, Heart Station goes full on pop music without this electronic style as pronounced and heavy as on the previous two albums. Instead, we have a lot of synthetic instruments mixed with upbeat pop songs. However, this does not take away from Iki's lyrical work that still tends to be quite dark at times, but there are also songs that are just uplifting, whether it's Beautiful World or the kids song Boku wa Kuma, or even the lovely Stay Gold. There are interesting things to talk about on this album. For example, it contains two versions of Flavor of Life. One is the ballad version in the first half of the album, and the other is the actual original version, which is more up-tempo and ends up being the last song on the album. I personally prefer the ballad version, which I feel like contains more weight to it, being a ballad. There is also the abrupt end to the song Tech 5, which I would say is the closest to what Ultra Blue was musically speaking, but lyrically it is a very dark song where Hiki sings about death. And the ending of the song is the most surprising one, as it just stops like that, and it feels like almost hitting a wall considering the song coming after is the kids song Boku wa Kuma. So the contrast is pretty mind-blowing between the two. I genuinely love this album. Like I said, it's the one that got me into Iki's music in the first place, and I love how simple yet effective the album is. It's a pop-friendly album, and yet there's so much emotions and depth to it. But that's the most interesting music style, because she goes full on pop music here, unlike Ultra Blue, and in a weird way, it reminds me of what British band Bastille has been doing nowadays when it comes to lyrical work. Hiki and them both share this heavy weight of dramatic and intense lyrics surrounded by uplifting melodies, and that find this kind of work fascinating. Heart Station, I believe, carries its title really well. It is a personal album that manages to touch anyone through beautiful songs that are still very much Utada Hikaru, but with time, she evolved along the musical landscape in Japan, and she still maintains this strong musical identity that we know of her so well. I give the album 5 stars. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to tell me what you think of the album down below, and I'll see you next time for the last album to talk about before Fantôme comes out. This is the one.